So we ready for some sports, man?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you think we just have sports. That's right, it's time. Victor Allen's New Sports. Victor Allen's neo-urban look at sports. Written and directed by Victor Allen. And here he is, the man that the ladies have nicknamed Sexual Chocolate. Here's Vic.
I kind of like that. That's pretty good, man. That was pretty good. I like that. You know, I know somebody saying, well, why isn't Warren talking sports with you? Warren is in demand. And Warren has to go to his next project.
That's right.
And so, you know.
Can't stay here all day.
I know. Time is money.
I would have fed him, though, because I know he wants some shrimp and grits.
No. He's coming back. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's coming back.
He hinted that he's coming back, you guys.
Yeah.
He says he's here like every 10 days or so.
Yeah. So the man has to do his work, and he's a smart businessman. Let me just say this. He recognizes his boundaries. That's it.
That's right.
All right.
I'm learning to do so myself.
All right, you guys. Let's just get right into new sports. We only got a couple of topics today, and I really only want to go to both ends of the spectrum here. Linsanity. I can't find a good word for Kobe, but I'll just say Kobe-esque, or whatever you want to call it. But Linsanity.
That's pretty good. That's reasonable.
Kobe-esque.
Yeah, Kobe-esque.
Kobe-esque. He's being Kobe-esque. All right, you know, everybody watched the game against, of course, Dallas. That defense that works. This man's got game. We're not going to even talk about that.
I'm watching. I told you before, for different reasons, though, I have to admit.
I agree.
I liked New York at the beginning of the season for different reasons.
Right.
Now I have a different reason to like them.
Right.
But I'm giving them, and New Yorkers don't get overconfident, because one thing about New Yorkers, they kind of get a little arrogant, Vic. Once they get a little wind in their belts, then their mouth starts to move.
Let me say this.
I'm just saying, New Yorkers, Spike Lee will be talking a lot of crap.
I'll say this. I agree. I'll say this. Even if Jeremy or Linsanity falls off a little bit, the ride that they have will remember for a long time.
Yes.
And usually athletes don't rise like this and fall off. They just taper down a little bit. But because the way he is, they say it's the dynamics. It's like you have 88 keys on a keyboard, but you can play them in so many different rhythms, combinations. Well, when they get all these players back and they focus more on their defense, which they're doing now, with that power coming off and scoring, this team can build on something. I mean, they're not necessarily old. They're young. So I see them like Oklahoma was 3 or 4 years ago. He says they're coming. Now Oklahoma's arrived. Now you see New York. If they can hold on, they're coming. I'm just saying this. Now that we got past that part, you know, the Linsanity has taken a different turn culturally, hasn't it? You ready for this?
Totally different turn.
You know what's happening.
I'm loving it.
Now, what's happening here? Let me try to ask you this in a way so people understand. I'm totally in his corner as a player and an individual. Now he has to deal with that machine. And that machine is corporate, for lack of a better term, is disconnected from real social media. They may be saying they're social media, but they already fumbled the ball.
What are you getting at?
I'm getting at this. Okay, everybody knows about the chink in the armor statement.
No,
right?
I don't think they do. You better refresh their memory. I think you better give this one a little lead.
Okay, let me say this. Jeremy, all of a sudden, already has a major network, and I cannot remember. I think it's ESPN. I can't remember the announcer's name, who already, and everybody
He said it was a chink in the armor.
But you know what? He apologized. He feels bad. He's already been fired. Okay, I'm not really getting into the part that he's fired.
As opposed to kink in the armor.
See, I knew he was going to say that. I know, he said it. Here's the part, Mario. I say this. Some people say they intentionally do this. I say it represents exactly the intelligentsia group, the ones that are disconnected, period, but they try to make the cool. They try to make it look cool, and they're not. Now, we've heard some stories just recently. I won't even get into who we was talking about. It was an example here. Do you believe that there's a prejudice? Corporate employees have this prejudice where they just think it's acceptable, or they disconnected socially?
I think that there are prejudices, and they come out when people speak, and these are the things that persist. It's going to take a long time. But first of all, I mean, because at the same time that some of us are saying, wow, it's amazing to have what could be the first, I think he may be one of the first, if not the first Chinese player.
That's right.
In the NFL.
Right.
Certainly the first Chinese player with this kind of impact even other than Yao Ming, which was still a different kind of an impact.
Right.
I mean, as a scoring,
Yes.
as opposed to the height, different kind of a game, as
Right.
a sensational whirling dervish,
Right.
and all that kind of stuff. So at the same time that some of us are amazed because he's the first Chinese, there are certainly people who use that as the time to make some very, poorly thought out racial comments.
Right. Okay. Now let me just say this, because there's a number of topics going on with Jeremy. I'm just going to say this. First of all, you can't complain about anybody who's scoring 28, 27. Now he's going to get his turnovers down. Everybody understands that.
Yeah.
Now culturally, he's going to have people come behind him because he's a wonderful story. They fired, they suspended the anchor, fired the editorial guy or whatever. Is that enough?
No, I like to see some higher ups. I like to see higher ups.
See, this is what I'm saying. So wait a minute.
I like to see vice presidents.
Now, Mark, isn't
get
it true?
dismissed.
See, is it true that they have a legal arm that consults with them about what they can say?
Totally.
Or not? Okay.
At all times.
So how did this one get passed?
It didn't get passed. They would say that they caught it.
After he's already said.
Well, you can't catch him if you can't stop the act before it occurs.
So let me have
you can start do preventive counseling.
You need some coffee, man?
Yeah, preventive counseling.
Let me say this: they do that 4:00 in the morning production meeting,
right? Well, the kind that we don't have,
right? Wait a minute, we have production meetings. We just have it.
Yeah, we have them once a year.
Right.
We have them once every 6 months.
But Mark, you know this: they sit in a room and determine where they can go and what they can't say.
Except it may not be brought up in that context until you cross the line. People assume you have some common sense that you're not going to say,
right.
You're not going to go straight to certain kind of comments, which he certainly invites in this instance.
Okay. All right. Let me go on to a second issue, and I don't think it's about
PMC
culture.
said that ESPN is owned by Disney.
Yes.
What are you trying to say, Philip?
Okay. Even if it wasn't,
even though Disney made me take off my jacket with the fist on it, I'll never get over that. When I was 14, went to Disneyland, I had a little fist on my jacket. They would not let me wear that jacket in Disneyland.
Okay.
And they also had a hair policy, so we know Disneyland can suck. Not here.
I'm not trying.
Vic says, I'm scared off the clients.
Dude, okay. Hey, you guys, I want you to understand. When you're going after the big money, the companies that's involved, it's a pyramid. So why are you all down here?
All right.
Yeah.
See, PMC, Vic wants me the brown nose. Vic wants me to give the brown nose Disney.
All right.
That's what Vic is saying, PMC.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember,
wait till we get our first million.
Companies about people. The people. It's not about the people being companies. It's the people.
Okay.
All right. Now let me go into the next one because this one's right in your alley. You see, you don't know about this one.
I
didn't
know
put
about
this
the
in
alley.
it. Oh yeah. Here's the quote. I'm just saying it. Jeremy Lin says, "I'm not dating divorced Kim Kardashian. She's not my type."
He said that.
He
said he's probably not her type.
Well, yeah, he said
didn't
both.
say he wasn't.
He represented
she
both.
wasn't his type.
But we're pulling his side.
Okay, I'm just saying he said she's.
Think about it, Mara. I come in here and I said, we're probably not each other's type. You'll turn to me and go, Victor, let's just deal with you. You're not her type, man? Aren't you going to address me that way?
Y'all.
See, this is what I'm saying.
I was out one night with company, and Kim Kardashian walked into the place where we were.
She's going to deny. She's going to deny.
She was looking at Victor. She was looking at Victor like she hadn't eaten, and he was a big, juicy steak. Everybody saw it. We were like, damn. Kim Kardashian's checking Vic out. Like, damn. I'm just telling you. That actually occurred. I'm not lying.
That's security.
It's the absolute truth.
It's security.
Happened at... we were at
I don't know what you're talking about.
We were up at that diner. What's the name of it? Somebody's Deli. Jerry's Deli. near the Beverly Center. Kim Kardashian came in with her juicy ass.
See what he's doing? So let me just transfer it over because nobody.
But anyway, so Jeremy Lin said that he's not her type.
Right.
But Vic is her type. I can tell you because that's at least from what she was showing.
Wait a minute.
Vic is her type.
No.
That's all I can say from what I saw.
Let me say this: give Jeremy Lin 3 or 4 months and see if he's
he ain't
still
gonna be no blacker in 3 or 4 months. He ain't gonna be no blacker.
Wait a minute.
His hair might get a little different, some hip hop looks. But he ain't gonna be no blacker.
Wait a minute. Let me say this.
Everybody know Kim like that chocolate.
Okay, let me say this. Kim is reaching out for what reason, Mario? Because obviously
she likes the good bones or something. I don't know.
Hey, okay, no. You can use your. You know what?
Why? I don't know why she's reaching out.
Why do you think she?
Because she likes company. I guess I don't know.
Isn't she actually saying I need to remain as the top social
she is the
media?
Top. I love Kim, and I told you I'm gonna date a cousin.
All right, see, this is.
So I love Kim.
Okay, let me go on to the last part of the Jeremy Lin. There's 3 parts to it. The first part may be an issue. The second part he can live with, right? Kim Kardashian he can live with.
Yeah.
The third part you need to talk to Yao Ming a lot more. He's already having to deal with the media to please leave his family alone.
Well, you know what's
He's
so
having a
different,
rough
though?
time,
It's so
man.
different. Yao Ming is here in person. Everybody even says this. Yeah, they don't recognize sometimes. Yao Ming is a person from China.
That's right.
This is an American-born, raised guy who went to Harvard, okay?
Right.
He's got about as much in common as Yao Ming as I have with some of the African. You don't know Africa. You don't know China.
Wait a minute.
You can have you have a little understanding.
I'm saying
he is as American as hip hop and chili
true,
dogs.
True, but what's happening is it's the part that he didn't plan for. First of all, if you would have told him you're going to be the new NBA phenomena, not only globally as well. If somebody would have told him that last year, he would have. You know what he would have said.
If somebody told me that you and I would have been in the studio with Warren Sapp, I bumped shoulders and gifts. I was like, boom, boom. Then I hurt myself. I got kind of hurt.
That's all right. No, one thing. Hey, look.
But I'm just saying.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. No,
I agree.
You don't see it when it's coming, and we actually are trying to look. This is social media.
This is social media.
We just have an engine and a machine.
That's what it is.
Because we can't get out there, and they won't invite us to parties. They don't invite us to the Grammys. They don't invite
might
us
go
to the
Super Bowl now.
We don't get to. They do not acknowledge us for those events, and we know we're in the land where people like to pick and choose what's safe, and they don't think we're safe.
I think once we come to represent the views of neo-urban community,
right,
we'll be on our way because we got to make it fast because we got to get Mac that boat. PNC wants to open up the Pack Stereo subsidiary over there in Pittsburgh.
This is
so
wrong.
we need some cash to flow.
This is wrong. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. All right, that's enough for Jeremy right now because first of all, I got to give him congrats right now. The man is only got 1 loss in his arsenal.
I'm loving it,
and it's wonderful. Here's the part, Mario.
Most exciting thing in basketball.
Let me say this: Yao Ming came over because he was more or less the guy who was quiet, unassuming, the tallest NBA player.
Right.
Very soft-spoken.
Right.
Jeremy landed like a meteor. He just bam and hit you. To me, his start is so more phenomenal because it wasn't expected.
It wasn't unexpected.
They expected Yao
And he's
Ming.
a Harvard guy. So
Yes.
remember, you think, no offense, y'all know.
Right.
You think that when they went to Harvard, they can't play. You do. But you know what? There's always someone who comes from the Ivy Leagues,
Right.
who shocks you.
All right.
There always is, right, Vic? There's
Yeah.
regular players that
Yeah.
come in that shock
Right.
you,
Yeah.
that are Ivy League that do well, and so you know what I like about it?
Right.
It's maybe it's the intelligence thing.
I think
I like to see intelligent players, you guys. I just think and they represent well.
Yeah.
I just like him, and he seems to be humble and grounded. God bless him.
Yeah, and let me say this. I'm not trying to say he's not doing anything with appeal, but let me just say what most of the NBA players come into the league to do. They come in to handle the ball control. That's the day in league that we're in right now. Ball control, point guards want to keep moving the pill. So when they keep moving the pill, they're not thinking about assists. Mario, do you think most of the young point guards coming up go like, I can't wait to be that point guard that loves to distribute the ball? Jeremy Lin is not an anomaly as much as he is the counter. He's like the John Stockton of the days where he said, all I want to do is feed the ball into Karl Malone and convert. He's like the Steve Nash. He comes from that place of distribution. I'm not saying he's not doing anything wonderful. I love what he's doing. But a lot of the players are trying to do, let me show you how I can handle the field.
Well, that's what always
that's what they're
happens.
doing,
See, it's too late. Nah, it's too late. Now, here you come. You go, I can do it too.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Whatever.
Thank you.
Whatever.
So if they think assist and distribution, a lot of point guards will make it in the league. So, okay, going over to the next one. This is going to be interesting. Got to say this.
I don't know how interesting.
I know you. No,
it is interesting.
Let me say this. Mario, you want to jump on this before I do, don't you?
Well, I bet you I'll be the voice of reason.
All right. Let's
because I like what Mike Brown has done with the team. I told you that. I think Mike Brown has done a good job of what he has.
Yeah. Oh, okay, let me say this.
I think he has. No one expected him to even start as good as they've done.
No, what they're saying is that Powell, being that there's only 3 true scorers on the team, leaves him a lot of room to have conversions. Because, with Lamar Odom, a better bench last year, the same team, you score more points. How now do you convert less opportunities when it's only 3 scorers? Kobe, Bynum, and Powell. He's producing less. Kobe rips Lakers about the potential Gasol trade, meaning that they're saying, and I know you're going to probably respond to this, he's letting that get in his head, and he's not at that point of being passionately committed, and that's still there because it still lingers. Could that be the reason why Powell is not doing what he's doing? He's not injured. He's already had enough time to be
it could be, but he's done actually okay to me. He had a couple of games that were truly exceptional. Okay. I'm sure, in other words, what is my assessment? I think he's doing remarkably well considering the umbrella under which he works.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I think I agree with Kobe. I don't care what your job is.
Right.
Even though a lot of black folks deal with this every day. Either that job could be gone tomorrow. See, people forget there's a whole bunch of people go to work, and not all of them black either.
True.
So they go to work, and every day they feel like they could lose their job.
True.
But we know what a bad impact that is. So the fact that the Lakers organization, they should just be more, let's say they should be more cautious about how they interact with the players to ensure that they get the maximum return on their investment.
Right.
Powell needs to be made to feel, if you're going to keep him, go on and say you're keeping him and declare the team for the year.
Right.
And go at it.
Would you lose your motivation knowing that you are already up to be traded until the commissioner nixed the deal, but still they're still looking for a plug and you're still on the block in some kind of way?
That's why I commend him. I would be trying to do like him. I would be trying to focus, to perform and do my job, and try to put that aside.
Right.
Even though it's going to be very difficult, I'm just saying you would try to.
Right. Okay. All right. What I'm saying, here's what the whole point is that Kobe's ripping the Lakers, and everybody already knows this right now. The younger bus is not in Kobe's favor, and that's the main issue.
Yeah.
Because how they conducted this. Now, here's the thing that goes along with Powell. It's not as much as Kobe to me and Powell. It's as much as that world peace is way down from his 17 points a game he scored when he first came to the Lakers. Now down, he's in single digits. Derek Fisher and Steve Blake have no conversions of assists. Absolutely. Between the two of them, they may average between them 3 to 5 assists at most and a couple of points. In their recent loss to Phoenix, they absolutely were invisible. So I'll say this. Powell may not be producing because he's got to take up the slack somewhere else. But then it's all the new synergy of how the Lakers play. Absent the triangle, now you have a healthy Bynum. So I think there's a symmetry here. But let me just say this. When you have no bench, it makes no difference.
You have no bench.
It makes no difference.
And when you don't have a full start enough to be a championship, you don't.
You don't.
So hence, I'm not surprised. I think the Lakers are doing remarkably well for the team that they have.
Thank you.
I don't know what y'all expect them to do. They're not going to be that good with this team.
New coach.
Yeah.
Healthy Bynum. Traded Lamar Odom. Shannon Brown is gone. You're focusing on defense, and all of a sudden you have a new scheme.
You focus on whatever you can focus on.
Right.
You ain't got no choice. You ain't got a whole bunch of offense. You better focus on defense.
Okay. Now here we go. We're about to do the vote, you guys. I do this at the very end of the show or at the beginning. We only had 2 topics today. We're going to find out if Linsanity actually is what we call balling, upset, let down, whatever, big pimping, something for the ladies. And since Kim Kardashian got into this mix, Mario, he qualified for balling.
No, somebody asked him about that.
Wait
Kim Kardashian
Come on,
didn't
man.
get in the mix.
If
Kim is not
did you
in the
just
mix.
not hype me up about the Kim thing? All right, so pretend like Kim is coming on her way.
No, Kim's not. Kim's coming for you.
Okay, let me say this. He's big pimping?
No, I go with PMC. PMC says balling.
He's balling? All right, he's balling.
But you know what? He will. He's not big pimping yet because you got to wear your hair a little different.
You know, you're wrong, dude.
But he's definitely
you're so
balling.
wrong. You're so wrong. All right, so he's nothing for the ladies right now, right?
I'm not saying he's nothing for the
well,
ladies. I'm just not ready to say he's for the ladies yet.
Kim
He's not nothing.
Kardashian is trying to put
He's
her
not
name
nothing.
out there.
No, I'm not going to be quoted saying Lynn is nothing for the ladies. He is something for the ladies. He's right there with me.
Right.
And that's all could have been maybe one day group. All right, we just got a delivery.
Wait, I know. Wait, but don't do it yet.
Okay, don't do it
Let me
yet.
do it. Let me
All
do
right.
this because I want to get this vote in. Let me get this vote in. So he's not for the ladies yet. You're saying?
I'm not letting you put words in my mouth. I'm saying he's balling.
Okay.
He doesn't. I'm not sure he qualifies for the other one.
What
I'm
about
not-
Big Pimpin'?
Well, no, because he's not Big Pimpin'.
Okay,
yet.
so he's
because
only
he's
balling.
not into. He's a Harvard grad. They're
All right.
entrepreneurs.
All right.
but their pimping comes a different way.
Got
They're
you.
from Harvard.
Well, let's go to Kobe then. Kobe rips the Lakers ownership. That's what he's ripping.
Yeah, he's good at
All right.
ripping.
All right. So if he's
He
ripping,
just needs to rip Kobe a
right.
little bit.
Now if he's ripping, is that big pimping? Because if you can rip your
No.
ownership, that's not big pimping. But he's balling. You know that, right?
He's balling.
He's balling. Is he something for the ladies?
Yeah, he's always something for ladies.
So 2 out of 3.
Whatever. It's really whatever to me.
Not doing it.
For me, it's
not
whatever.
It's not whatever.
Whatever.
Thank you guys. That's been my new sports. Mark, you want to talk
Everybody,
about something real
we
quick?
got our just came in.
Yes, there you go.
The Warren Sapp.
That's it.
Where you want me to show it?
Right there, man. That's fine. Look at that. Now,
The Warren Sapp.
Now, which Warren Sapp photo was sitting in the seat today? Which
This
one?
one,
You got
this-
6.
this one.
That one right there? You're right. You're right. Yeah, he was there. And he's a Raider, dude.
So that one was sitting in the seat.
You know, he says, he adopted the
Raideration.
Raiders. But he won his Super Bowl with
This
Tampa
pink
Bay.
hat he brought
Hammer Black.
is really for Hammer Black.
She's going to love
He
this.
said he's got a black and white one for me. 'Cause he knew I didn't want to wear the pink one.
He's got a
but
black.
I say for you, Warren.
Wait,
I
hey.
just pretend I'm in Funkadelic for the day.
One of those hats are for me, man. You can't leave. He
This is-
said both of them.
This is one hat. This is not two hats.
No, he says he's going to bring 2 more.
Oh, black. Okay.
A white one and a black one.
Okay. Well, you could take your choice.
Okay. Hey, since
I
you-
think if you wear black, you might disappear to the background.
All right, well, Ken over to us, so he'll take the pink one. We'll talk about why pink works with Ken a little bit later. But go ahead,
This is
Mark.
supposed to be for Hammer Black. Everybody.
This is it.
Everybody, that's the New Sports. Victor Allen's own New Sports. Neo Urban. Hot. Black. Sports. That's Victor Allen. Gotta say thank you, Beverly Hills Multimedia. In the his house.